Hello children, I am Surinder Kumari, teacher to English from Kendra Vidyalaya number 2, Pathankot, under Chandigarh region. I have already taught you introduction, summary and the key points, almost everything important about this lesson. Now we are moving towards the evaluation, that is question answers. Very short answer questions, case study based questions, or we can say long answer questions. Very short answer questions first. Like, what was Wali's favorite pastime? Wali's favorite pastime was to gaze at the hustle and bustle of the street. What do you think Wali was planning to do? Wali was planning secretively to fulfill her desire, and that desire was for traveling by bus without her mother noticing. What does Polly tell the elderly man when he calls her child? On being advised by a concerned old man to sit down, Polly told him that she was not a child and she could take care of herself. Why didn't she get off the bus at the bus station? Yes, he learned. Wally didn't get off the bus on reaching the town because she only boarded the bus with the intention of taking a ride to and fro from the nearby town. Now, other questions that we are going to deal with, they are short answer questions. What kind of a person was Wally? Wally was a curious, eager, keen observer who had strong willpower and determination. She was bold, brave, and self respective. She had means very much, a big self confidence and wanted to do everything on her own. She was innocent, highly sensitive, intelligent, and was a very careful planner. What was Wally's favorite pastime? So, as we have already dealt with it, Wally's favorite pastime was to stand in front of the doorway of her house, watch the happenings of the street, and hustle bustle. Why did Wally want to ride on the bus? Wally used to watch the bus on its early rounds through her street every day. The sight of the bus filled with new passengers every time gave her unending joy. She was curious and wished to ride it at once. So she wanted to ride on the bus to enjoy it. How did Wally plan for her first journey? Wally made careful and painstaking plans for her first journey by bus. She saved every penny, cut down on her expenses, and resisted means controlled all the temptations means cravings to save 60 paise for the fare. She gathered the information from the passengers and even neighbors. She calculated the time required and chose afternoon, that in the afternoon she would be having the ride on the bus, as her mother would take a nap during that time. So nap, as I've already told you during the lesson also, duration, a short duration of sleep. All this shows that she was a meticulous planner. What did Fali do after she got into the bus? She got into the bus and she looked at everything very thoroughly. When she looked outside, she found her view cut off by the canvas blind that covered the lower part of her window. So she stood upon the seat and peered over the blind. So she did all these things after getting into the bus so that she can have the full view of outside world through the bus and out of the window. What did Wally see out of the window on her first journey? Wally saw the nature's grandeur, means beauty, out of the bus window. She saw the green bank of a canal with the palm trees and mountains in the background and the blue sky. On the other side, she saw a deep ditch and green fields. She saw other vehicles, a long cow running in front of the bus. She later saw it dead. But whenever she was coming by bus, and she could see that the same cow that she saw lively and happy, joyous, running in front of the bus, it was dead. What did Wally find when she entered her house after the ride from the bus? Wally entered her house after the ride from the bus. Her mother was awake when she had got up or woken up from the sleep and talking to one of her aunts. She was from the South Street and was a real chatterbox. So that lady was very talkative. Her aunt, she would never close her mouth once she started talking. How did Wally arrange for her bus fare? Wally arranged for her bus fare meticulously. For her first journey outside the village, Wally needed 60 paise to the two-way fare of the bus. She needed some knowledge and ample time, means a lot of time. She saved the money herself, collected the information from the passengers, and utilized the time of her mother's nap for it. Now we are moving towards the case study based questions, or we can say long questions. Never mind, she said. I can get on by myself. You do not have to help me, said Wally to the conductor. She shows extraordinary courage in making the bus journey all alone. Taking inspiration from Wally's character, write how ability and courage to take risk are essential to fulfill one's dreams. We can say these are the value based question also. So it is absolutely true that ability and courage to take risk are essential to fulfill one's dream. Vali was an 8-year-old girl. She never made a journey to outside. She even never rode a bus. Her parents didn't allow her to go outside her bus, but she she mustered up the courage and rode on a bus to make a bus journey. She enjoyed journey and understand the reality about the outside world. She was a young girl, but she made the journey without any difficulty because she had courage to take risk. In other words, we can say that the thing or the task that seems to be very hard is actually not so tough. We can do it if we have the ability and courage to take risk. If we don't dare to take risk, we lose opportunities to get better. So this was the first case study based question. Second question is, once we decide to achieve something, so many difficulties come in our ways. With focused attention, we can make that achievement. How did Vali succeed in fulfilling her desire of riding a bus? So, answer is, it is true that whenever we want something, difficulties do come in our way, but one must be ambitious in life. Achieving goals require perseverance, means continuous efforts. Perseverance means continuous efforts. If we want to achieve some goals, Wally wanted to ride the bus. However, she did not have the money to do so. The challenge in front of her was to arrange for the required amount of money. Wally had carefully saved whatever stray coins came her way, means whatever the coins she used to get from parents or relatives, she collected them. Resisting means controlling her temptations to buy peppermint, toys, balloons, and the like. Finally, she had collected 30 paise. Moreover, she watched the bus, its routine and schedule very carefully. She also listened to the people's conversation about their journey by bus. But due to her efforts, finally she accomplished her desire. Accomplished means achieved whatever was her goal to have the bus ride. Third question is Wallis' journey to the city is also her introduction into the mystery of life and death. Elaborate. Wallis' journey to the city is also her introduction into the mystery of life and death. While on her way to the city, Wallis saw a cow running very fast in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. Wally enjoyed the scene. She kept on laughing initially, and her eyes were filled with tears. She saw life in the form of a small cow. This is what life gives us happiness, enjoyment. Wally enjoyed the scene. On her way back home, she saw a dead cow lying on the road. It was hit by some speeding vehicle. She recognized it. It was the same cow that filled her life with fun and joy only a few minutes before. She was overcome with feelings of sadness. She realized how death can change the things. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life and looked so horrible because it was dead, so frightening. The memory of the dead cow haunted Wally as she was hardly 8-year old child and she had experienced to see the death and she did not enjoy her remaining journey, the back journey. Now I am assigning you a homework also. So in the story, Madam rides a bus. Wally took a bus ride on the bus that she wanted to for last several months. She knew that she had to buy tickets for this. So she saved money, suppressing all the temptation to buy things like peppermint, toys, balloons, etc. and paid for the ticket also. So what all exciting things did she see from the bus? And was the excitement the same on her return journey? So we have already discussed in some of the long questions. Discuss or you write a paragraph based on your discussion. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.